Hey everyone, it's Tobes, and welcome to your second monitor. Today for Midweek Magic, we have a Brawl Builder Challenge. I love these events. This is just a fun way for us to make a new Brawl deck with a commander from the most recent standard set, which, as of this recording, is Secrets of Strixhaven. So if you're not familiar with the Brawl format, it is just commander. It's a 100-card singleton with a commander in the command zone, but with 4 changes. 1, it's 1 versus 1. 2, both players have 25 life. 3, there's no commander damage rule. And 4, you can make a Planeswalker your commander. So other than that, I mean, the Planeswalker being your commander is kind of relevant in this set because there's some Planeswalkers in Secrets of Strixhaven, but we're not doing that. Today, we are doing a pretty sweet deck, I think, based around a new uncommon mono-black commander. This is Arnyn, Deathbloom Botanist. So we're going to take a look at our commander first. Arnyn is 2 and a black for a 2/2 legendary vampire druid with Death Touch that says, whenever a creature you control with power or toughness 1 or less dies, target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So we're here to do aristocrats things. We want to drain our opponents. This doesn't say only once each turn. It doesn't say non-token creatures. All it cares about is if our creatures have power 1 or less or toughness 1 or less. So there's lots of fun things we can do with that, but it encourages us to build around real small creatures or things that make those creatures. So that's what we've done. We have a fodder section. These are all cards that are either small creatures, or they make small creatures, or or otherwise making something that we can sacrifice like a token. So we have cards that are like edict creatures, like Accursed Marauder, which doubles up as removal. We have creatures that can bring themselves back, like Cult Conscript and Bloodghast. We have creatures that leave behind tokens, like Easterling Vanguard. Greedy Freebooter gives us some value in the same way as Shambling Ghast, because they can both leave behind a treasure. Bitterbloom Bearer and Bitter Blossom are both in here because they can make us those 1/1 flyers. But we have lots of cards in this section, many of which do lots of cool things for us. Like, for example, a Thiomancer can ensure we always have a 1/1 on our turn. Silver Smoke Ghoul can come back from the graveyard based on just the way we've gained life anyway. Sling Gang Lieutenant ends up being a way to drain an opponent for 1 every time we sack a goblin, and it comes with 2 goblins, but when those goblins die, including itself, our commander is going to trigger. So lots of fun things. Weaponcraft Enthusiast is essentially just 2 and a black for an 0/1 and 2 1/1s. So yeah, we've got lots of fun things going on. The only thing in this section that doesn't make a creature with power and toughness 1 or less, or isn't a creature with power and toughness 1 or less, is Liliana, who makes 2/2 zombies, but those are just good sacrifice fodder for our other sacrifice outlets. But how are we winning with all these little baby creatures? We've got a drain section. This is the heart of the deck when it comes to how we're making actual progress. Obviously, our commander is our main drain piece because our commander is sort of a blood artist. But we have lots of other kinds of blood artists as well, from the Marionette Apprentice to the Terrors of the Track, which is a cool alchemy card, Vengeful Blood Witch, Zulaport Cutthroat, lots of other ones. We have other ways to drain our opponents too, though, like Starscape Cleric gives us a way to drain our opponents whenever we gain life, which we're doing with both our commander and most of our blood artists. Raven of Fell Omens triggers once each turn every time we commit a crime, which is great because our commander does target. So that's going to be a sweet crime. And other things like Scheming Silvertongue, which can sign in blood, and that might just cross our opponent over the finish line with the 2 life if we don't want to do that. We have other things like Bontu's Monument and Sephiroth, Foolish Fate, lots of other ways to drain our opponents out. And I know you're thinking, we've got a bunch of big, expensive creatures here. Is that really helping us all that much when they're not able to trigger our commander themselves? If you've played against Sir Conrad and Dreadhound, or if you've gotten hit with a big Gary trigger at some point, you know how much these things can do for us. So we've got a lot of good stuff going on in that drain section. We have a few other sections that help out our game plan. We have a bunch of payoff cards, many of which are the same as our drain cards, simply because these give us payoffs for doing the thing we were going to do anyway, like committing crimes, gaining life, having creatures die, that sort of thing. Lots of different ways for us to get value out of those things. We also have a number of sacrifice outlets, just to get the ball rolling for our creatures dying if they're not going to die in combat. We have a number of recursion cards, most of which can bring themselves back from the graveyard, like Reassembling Skeleton or Bloodghast, or even flashing back Eviscerator's Insight. 9 Lives Familiar brings itself back. we can escape Woe Strider, or we can bring things back with Moseo, which, if you're interested in Moseo, I do have a commander deck that I built for Moseo that's linked in this video's description. But in addition, we are running the Soulstone, because I had one in my collection on Arena, so I figured, why not? Is it likely we're going to get to a point where we're still alive, and we're not about to kill our opponent, and we can harness the Soulstone and start bringing things back? Maybe not, but it does that thing, so we might as well mention that it does. And then we have a synergy section. Just a couple of extra cards that care about us having a bunch of cards in our graveyard, and that can double up our death triggers in a sort of Teysa Karlov style way that help us with that. And beyond that, we've got the regular kind of vegetables in our deck. Liliana is really our only Wrath, simply because I have found in my testing that while it can be great to get a lot of Arnyn triggers by wiping the board when we have a whole lot of little creatures in play, usually we don't need to. Like, we're doing fine. So if we're getting attacked, we're able to block, and if we don't die from the attack from trample damage or something, our opponent might just die from all the triggers or on the crackback. So we let our opponents do the board wiping if they're going to do that, and we get all of those triggers from it, and we just use the board wipe slots we might have otherwise used to fill our deck with more little baby creatures. But beyond that, we have a number of cards that will give us card advantage, from things like Deadly Dispute and Eviscerator's Insight that sacrifice our creatures, to just plain old Bob, or maybe this is Barb now, not really sure. Anyway, Dark Confidant, we've got things that draw us cards when they die, things that can sacrifice our other things to draw us cards. Plenty of good stuff in this section. We have the usual kind of acceleration as well. Plenty of, in this deck, because it's mono black, it's mostly mana rocks like Arcane Signet and Cold Steel Heart and the Soulstone, or treasure creation. We've got a couple of things that do more than that. I guess Priest of Forgotten Gods is sort of a repeatable ritual in a way, but also gives us a sacrifice outlet, drains our opponent, makes them sack something. So yeah, lots of things we can do with that. And we, of course, are running an interaction section. Much of it is edict effects, like Accursed Marauder, Demon's Disciple, Fleshbag Marauder, Braids, Grave Pact. But we also have Foolish Fate and Tragic Slip and Feed the Swarm for more direct removal. And yeah, that's basically the whole deck. So we're here to do drain and to sacrifice our fodder and just have a good time with all that. So that is our Arnyn deck for this week, and that is what I've put together for tonight. So yeah, that will be that's what we're gonna do. I don't know what else to say. So thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get to our gameplay. Okay, it's game one versus the Cat Bus against Professor Delian Fell. Delian Fell's very strong, so we're going to see how this goes for us. This is not my favorite hand. I think we're going to mulligan this. This is a little better. Let's keep it. We've got a 2-drop, whether or not we want to... Ooh, we got Sephiroth back. Sephiroth is very strong. Sometimes we can get him to flip. Got a Restless Cottage, that's cool. No 2-drop for them, so I guess we're going to play out our Cutthroat. That seems good. Maybe on their turn they will play a fat 3-drop that we can kill with our Marauder. That would be sweet. Nope, we're going to get Infernal Grasp. Alright, well, we start the drain right now. Now the Prof gains life, draws cards, kills things, just does everything you want them to. So yeah, maybe we just hold back for a sec. I think... Do we bait out more removal? I think we're going to play Avenger of the Fallen at this point. We do have a creature in the graveyard. It looks like they do have more interaction. We're going to see what they do with it. Does this kill the Avenger? Looks like it does. That's fine. Now, it may be the case that their Delian Fell deck is 100% removal, which is not going to be much of a fun deck for us to play against, but if that's the case, that's the case. Too bad Accursed Marauder does not kill Planeswalkers. I think we're just going to play out our Ophiomancer and start off with a Snake here. They have a kill spell for the Ophiomancer? It looks like... Yep, this looks like a removal.deck sort of situation. So the Delian Fell can ultimate and get Or if you gain that much life, target opponent loses that much life. Is that Sanguine Bond? I guess so, yeah. Well, we've got a form of that in our deck as well. So we'll see how this goes. Let's go ahead and attack down the Prof. And we will play Sephiroth. I guess we could have played the Skeleton first, but we can lose our Snake. That's okay. Ooh, Phyrexian Tower. That's solid. And here's our reassembling Skeleton. So if they want to Delian Fell... Ooh, Vamp Tutor, okay. They're going to pay a little life for something that can deal with anything we have. That sounds good. Normally we get out Arnyn much sooner than this. This is okay. Can't bring back our Skeleton, it looks like. Not yet, but we will do what we can. You're gonna draw a card. Yep, seems good.
Learn something useful.
Alright. Just not very exciting, unfortunately. I think we play out Arnyn and pass the turn. They crack their fetch, looks like. Oh, yeah, looks like. Pretty nice to be able to have a repeatable card advantage engine in the command zone. This is just a cool Planeswalker. They gain life. Seems alright.
I have life essence to spare.
Now we get to the point now where we're looking at Delian Fell and thinking, oh, Professor Onyx. Does she just kill Arnyn? Yep. Yeah, I don't think we are going to come out of this very easily when we've got so many lands, good grief. But also just up against two very powerful Planeswalkers, because they can ultimate Delian Fell and replay him right now. And Professor Onyx can't kill Arnyn again, but can draw them a card. Ooh, they gave up their Soulstone.
Come on, there's gotta be something useful.
They gain life, they've got 6 cards in hand, it's 6 mana, and they're gonna kill our commander. Yeah, this is just a removal heavy deck, so that Professor Onyx can be sort of a win con and drain us. As well as there's a Mind Spike, seems good. They don't get to discard anything, that's alright. So, do we want... I don't think we Arnyn again. I think we Sling Gang Lieutenant and just sort of call it a day. Because this at least can do direct damage to their face if they want to try and remove our creatures. The ultimate Delian Fell. Vicious Rivalry to destroy both of our tokens. Yeah, we're gonna just sack the tokens in response. Mana value extra less, which means it doesn't kill our original goblin. Okay. If we attack down Professor Onyx, then that means she will have to, in order to kill something, they'll have to lose her.
There has to be an answer here.
To be ultimate with the Prof. Yep. Okay, and I think that's it for them. Alright, and we're just drawing all the lands in our deck. That's fine. We will attack Professor Onyx, and then play Arnyn again because we've got the mana. We can at least get a solid trigger out of this if we kill the Sling Gang Lieutenant. Yep.
This will only sting for a moment.
Okay. They do not kill Arnyn. Maybe they have something else in hand. I assume they do, this being a removal heavy deck. Opposition Agent, Barrow, Goyf, yeah, they've got all kinds of unpleasantness here. What's this, Blood Chief's Thirst to kill Arnyn? Sure. Yeah, we'll sack our Lieutenant. Unless we want to just keep Professor Onyx off. Maybe we... Yeah, we'll sack the Lieutenant. That way we get an Arnyn trigger at least once. Not the most exciting first game for us, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're seeing more Delian Fell as this goes on. Grief seems great. Feel free, take our Marauder. We've got a Terminus, which isn't really helpful to us, but... Well, play our Phyrexian Tower and replay Arnyn, I suppose. And then you just kill it with Professor Onyx, and then that's the end of it. Oh, maybe not. Long goodbye. Yeah, just absolutely nothing but removal. Well, that's how it goes. We can replay Arnyn. I don't think we're going to have a need to, though. Lolth, we've got Lolth as well. Let's see, if we draw another land or something else we can't really use right now, then I think that's it for us. Feed the Swarm is not terrific. I suppose we can kill Grief. But yeah, the ability for us to get through this is pretty unlikely. And I assume they're going to have some more spells they can cast so they can drain us out with the Professor. So I guess we don't scoop. We let them take the win. Grave Expectations, heists us, trigger. Take whatever you find, feel free. Did you get anything cool? I wonder if they got a cool spell of ours.
We will catch you.
You want to cast it? Oh, don't have to. Good game, opponent. That will do it for us. Good game, Cat Bus. Let's try again. Hopefully we don't have to deal with Delian Fell much anymore today. Okay, going into game 2 versus Metal Panda. All right, with Abigail. Abigail's a sweet card. This is not superlative. I want to make sure that we get land, but I'm gonna risk it. We can Terrors of the Track on turn 2, and that's pretty solid. We are on the play. Hello to you as well, opponent. Haha. Never, ever punished. Terrors of the Track is sweet. It's got double team, so if we attack with it, we get to have an extra copy of it. Ooh, we can get rid of that Pride Mate right away. And so I will. Get a trigger from our Terrors of the Track. Seems good. Attack, get a double team trigger, and get a second Terrors of the Track in hand. Now we're going to have 4 mana. So maybe what we do to be mana efficient is we play Terrors of the Track and Blood Artist. And just go in. Abigail, interesting. Maybe not then. How about... No, maybe so. Let's play Terrors of the Track and this Wriggling Grub. Wriggling Grub is a pretty cool jumpstart card. We'll just pass. It's a 1/1 that dies and leaves behind 2 1/1s. I mean, gross token, but yeah. Okay, the Wind Crystal doubles their life gain, it looks like, and makes their white spells cheaper. Okay, so that's what we're doing, is it? Well, I think we'll play Arnyn and swing in with everything. Let them block with Abby. Oh, they don't. Never mind. I was hoping they would block one of our flyers so we can have Avenger of the Fallen, you know, able to do more mobilizing. But we'll see what they actually do. With the Wind Crystal and Pride Mate, I feel like maybe this is a life gain deck? Life gain is a cool way to build Abigail. Alright, we got a practice offense. Target creature gets double strike or life link. They get life link plus a counter. Abigail needs a creature spell to become prepared. Oh, good. Alright. I think we Blood Artist and Avenger of the Fallen. And then maybe next turn we Sephiroth, sacrificing the Wriggling Grub. Oh, you're going to kill Arnyn? Okay, sounds good. We can put her back in the command zone. We do get some triggers. That seems solid. So we did more damage than we would have done with Arnyn's attack. Or they lost more life, I should say. Ooh, Bright Blade Stoat. Sweet. 2 mana, 2/2, first strike, lifelink. That's sweet. Heroic Stanza to make it a 3/3. Cool. They have another pump spell. They do. Okay. Oh, it's each player, each creature. Wow. That's cool. Well, that means we can't really attack with the Avenger of the Fallen and expect it to live. So we're going to have to do something else here. Alright, enough mana for another Arnyn casting. I hate to just play Sephiroth, but maybe it's not a bad idea. Let's do Sephiroth. Let's try this. We will sacrifice the Grub. Get a couple of triggers. Okay, cool. We can cast a Skullport Merchant. Comes in and makes a treasure. That's fun. We are going to attack with everything now, because I think this means we can flip Sephiroth. We lose the Avenger. Sephiroth trigger, as well as our Blood Artist. Mobilize. We get even more of this. Good game to you, Metal Panda. I assume because of our Sephiroth flip? Yeah, there it is. Because now we have a Blood Artist in the as an emblem, basically. And oh, they're going to exercise Sephiroth. That's fine. Having a bonus Blood Artist over there, plus all that drain we just did, yeah, that's okay with me. They're going to gain 8 here. We go down to 24. They go up to, oh my gosh, not 8. It's a lot more than that. Oh, goodness. All right, we'll play our Terminus, and we'll play Arnyn. And I guess we just attack with everything. Yep, like so. Next turn, I suppose, we Sir Conrad. Alright, they're going to gain a lot more life. Yep, 46 is a real life total that our opponent actually has. Good grief. We'll play Sir Conrad. And we will attack on the ground. It's not hurting us to do that. We don't have to tap the merchant to do so. And we'll keep our Terrors of the Track hanging out. We can use Skullport Merchant to sacrifice anything so that they don't actually get any life gain from us. They activate the Wind Crystal. Seems good. We are going to block with the Terrors. Then Skullport Merchant on this one, I suppose, to prevent that life gain. We get a bunch of triggers. Solid. Then Skullport Merchant again, sacrificing that treasure. And this creature. More triggers. And they don't gain anything, and they are shields down. We've drawn two more cards. One is a basic land, but that's okay. We took them from 46 to 29. That's pretty solid. Let's play Yara. I think it only makes sense to just attack with everything other than the Blood Artist. They're at 18. That is pretty okay. Impassioned Order, sure. Abby's prepared. Heroic Stanza on Abigail, so that they can wind crystal even more. Being that we are a mono black deck, not doing great with this huge artifact that they're using. Right, we're gonna Deadly Dispute one of these worms. Triggers. Shambling Ghast is not the best thing we could have. Do we Skullport Merchant? Or we just wait to Ayara? I think we wait to just Ayara. They gain a bunch of life, it's true. But that's okay, they're not doing anything else. In the meantime, I think we'll activate Sir Conrad at least once. Well, twice. We miss out on a removal spell that would have been pretty good, but thanks. That's probably a nice because we lost our sweet removal spell, but that's okay. Do a little extra damage. Dreadhound is pretty solid as a way of doing some extra damage to them. Alright, we get a few triggers at least. It's not nothing. We'll play our Ghast. We're going to attack here with Sir Conrad, the Merchant, and this Grub, and hopefully they block with the Orator so we can sacrifice our Ghast and kill the Orator. Oh, they block with Sir Conrad. That's fine. Oh, and they pump it up. That's okay with me. We're gonna use a Yara in exactly the way we thought anyway. Get a whole bunch of triggers here. Give this -1/-1, so Sir Conrad's still gonna live. And we draw a Bandit's Hall, which is not perfect for us, but it's something. Even more triggers. They've gained so much life, and we're just gonna keep taking them down best we're able to. I think that's gonna do it for. Yeah, we'll call it for now. We get our Silver Smoke Ghoul back. That's cool because we did mill it. Now at this point they have to sort of decide if they even want to attack. Or maybe they don't have to decide. They're gaining, what, 18 life here? Putting them at 31, is that right? Yep. That's pretty solid. We can't quite do that much damage on the Crackback, but not that far from it, honestly. What do you have? Portable Hole to get rid of something? That's fine. We will sacrifice our Blood Artist since it's going away anyway. Get at least a few triggers. Get a Bandit Hall trigger, that's cool. Alright, we drew a land and a ramp spell. Castle Lochthwain. Might be enough for us to draw a card. Is there a better way? Let's use a Yara to sacrifice this grub. No, let's attack with the grub first. That makes more sense. And we've got so much mana, we'll use the Skullport Merchant to sacrifice the grub. Alright, they are at 5. I think we can kill them. Sack the grub. Thank you. Oh yeah, they're done. Good game, opponent. Give them the love, Hedron. Nice. Good game, Metal Panda. So that sort of speaks to the resiliency of this deck in the form of our life gain, but also the amount of drain we can do when we fought against a pure life gain deck, or pretty pure at least. We get 20 gems from Tarkir Dragonstorm. I promise I'm not rare complete on Tarkir Dragonstorm. I appreciate getting a little prize, but I wish that they would give us a different rare rather than just saying, oh, you've got 4 of this one rare. Well, we're not going to give you a different one. We're just going to give you 20 gems, but it is what it is. All right, game 3. It's a mirror match against Username. It's like a real mirror match. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. We'll play our Novice Occultist. I want to see what they've got for their version of this. All right, starting off with a Amonkhet Swamp. That's reasonable. Flavor-wise, guess we could have started with our Terrors of the Track, but I think it's fine. They've got it's a Rat Colony deck. Okay, well, they'll play out our Mox Amber and our Arnyn, and we will attack with our Novice Occultist. They will not block. It's only 1 damage. Yep. This way, they can play another Rat Colony, swinging for 3. We take the 3. Oh, no, they've got their Arnyn. So yeah, we're not going to block theirs. We're at 5 mana, and we can Pitiless Plunderer, which would be pretty sweet, but maybe we want a double spell instead. Let's Woe Strider, and let's Terrors of the Track. I think that's probably better for us. We will attack with our Occultist versus this Rat Colony deck. Interesting. Rat Colony and a second Rat Colony, I assume? Yep. They attack, we block with our Goat, we sack the Goat and scry. Get some triggers. Swamp. That's not awful. That's not awful. That lets us double spell. And we don't take any damage, so that's good. Pitiless Plunderer. We're not going to double up on the Starscape Cleric. We'll just play the one of them. And just pass. I guess we could have attacked in the air with our Terrors, but I'm okay as it is. Little interested in whether or not they find a way to give their creatures lifelink. Another Rat Colony? Okay. Do we have a 5th Rat Colony? We do. That's a lot of rats. Are we going to just take 12 here? Maybe. Maybe they only attack with 1 rat. Colony. Oh, goodness. What do you got, opponent? I'm thinking about it. They don't want any more with it. All right. Good game, Username. Kind of a surprising way that could end, but much faster than our game against Delian fell. Alright, well, we get another... Okay, this is more gems. It's 40 because it was a mythic from Wilds of Eldraine. Again, definitely not rare complete, or mythic complete even. But, alright, 60 gems rather than a couple of ICRs, or I guess rares. Okay, this is game 4 versus Killer Monkey with Blech, Loafing Pest. I like Blech. This is a solid opener, I think. We can start with our Scheming Silvertongue, which does a lot for us. We can Midgar turn 1 since it's a tap land. That seems okay. Alright, oh, we've got a Dark Confidant. Maybe we do that instead of the Silvertongue. Hard to say no to a Bob. Or Barb, either way. I really like the reversal in this, where this wizard is the confidant to the demon rather than the other way around. Alright. They've got a Sanguine Bond somewhere in the top 15 cards of the library that is free and draws them a card when it comes in. But we paid 5 life for Lolth. Goodness. And Blech is pretty big right now, so I think we Ophiomancer to have a blocker with this snake. Blech gets bigger, or makes all of their little horrible creatures bigger when they gain life. They got Grist, love Grist. They make an insect, mill, a Teacher's Pest. Hey, it's Renata. It's Maceo's pest pet. That's cool. Alright, Sanguine Soothsayer. We gotta do something about it soon. But I don't want to just throw out a flyer that we can't do anything with. So we'll play Arnyn. And I think we... maybe we attack down Grist and go face. That seems good. That lets us Tragic Slip the Soothsayer if they block, which they will. Sounds good. Right, we have a couple of triggers. And Tragic Slip on the Soothsayer to kill it as well, and we get our snake back. Oh, maybe they don't want us to. Okay, they do. This turn, it would be really nice to be able to Lolth, but I feel like Grave Pact is going to be really helpful to us. Especially since they're filling up with a lot of tokens. Maybe we can wait one more turn for Grave Pact. We did lose our Bob. Oh, Aclazotz. That's not ideal for us. Nykthos is a little better. Nykthos is not helping us out a lot right now, but it's something. Let's play Lolth and get a couple of spiders. It's probably solid. And then we attack down Grist. They block with an insect, maybe? Or don't block. Either way. They block with an insect, great. We get a couple of triggers. Make a new snake. Luckily, we can kill Aclazotz at present. Grist doesn't have a counter listed for the number of creature cards in their graveyard. Ooh, Binding. What are we going to kill with Binding? Is it Arnyn? Yeah, that makes sense. Arnyn comes back to the command zone.
Slay our enemies.
Aclazotz has us discard. We're going to discard our Easterling Vanguard. And we're going to block Aclazotz. Lolth can put her counters right back on herself. Okay. There's a swamp. Lolth makes us a couple of spiders again. And at this point, I think we want to Grave Pact and Scheming Silver Tongue. Just to give ourselves a little bit more devotion so we can play more stuff next turn. Grist is already ready to ultimate, but not that many creatures in the graveyard, just a few. So I think we just attack. Let's attack down Grist. Let's keep going. Force them to lose their insects or to take the damage. Yeah, okay. That's reasonable. At this point, they can definitely kill Lolth if they want to attack with everything. Okay. Grist is just going to keep getting bigger. I'm actually curious. I don't know if I've ever played against Grist. Like, actually gotten to see how she works. I wonder. Oh, the Swarm Weaver. Ooh, this is Duskmourn. Comes with some flying insects. And gives all the insects and spiders some stuff. Oh, and Grist Larva is here. Okay, that's cool. So, if we have 4 mana, we'll play out our Bitter Blossom Bearer. We will gain a life and draw a card, or lose a life and draw a card. Let's activate Nykthos. We've got Arnyn, and we've got Sir Conrad. We're going to do it that way. That way Gary can be a big deal next turn. Can't block everything in the air, so we'll attack with our Scheming Silver Tongue. And I think we'll attack with this snake as well. Okay. Gain a little bit of life. Their creatures have Death Touch this turn. That's fine with me. Sir Conrad triggers as they mill themselves. Renata comes back. Grist gets to flip. Definitely haven't played against Modern Horizons 3 Grist. They kill our Grave Pact, that makes sense. Sanguine Brushstroke. We get a Blood Artist. And they drain us when they sacrifice a blood token, throwing away Shared Roots. Oh, cool. Okay, they've got a lot of power right now. What will they do with it? Just the Flyers, maybe? Looks like. Okay, we've got some triggers, but they do too.
I will call thee.
Okay. I'm not feeling like we're going to be in a great position here. Is it worth drawing a card? I feel like it probably is. Yeah, let's give it a shot. No. Alright, well, Castle Locthwain it is then. Arcane Signet does not help us that much. We will play like this, and then Gary. And that's at least 11, which isn't nothing. Their Blood Artist is not going to... It's going to be a problem. Yeah, I guess we Sir Conrad again, since we can't call it Conscript this turn yet. I don't think we win this one. I think we're just done. But we're going to give it a try and hope they just block everything. And don't think about... Oh, no, they just take it. Wow. I did not expect that. Good game, Killer Monkey. Wow. Yeah, I thought they were going to judiciously block and maybe survive. Maybe they wouldn't have survived anyway with our our Sir Conrad and our Arnyn, even though our triggers will go on the stack first, so their Blood Artist triggers will resolve first. I guess, yeah, they don't quite get there. So maybe I was tunnel visioned on that. That's okay. We won. Good times. What is our cosmetic prize? It is Inspiring Easel. It's an alchemy card. Sure. Maybe I will craft this. We will see. All right. Let's keep playing. Okay, this is game 5 versus TJ's Towers. We got a Cody deck. So it's not Strixhaven. I mean, it's original Strixhaven. You can play original Strixhaven cards as your commander in this event? Huh. I had no idea. Well, this is an okay opener. It's not my favorite. Let's, oh, this is okay. Let's do this. Cody, huh? Surprised by that. Okay. Well, we'll play our Wayfarer's Bauble. Are they allowing... all the old Strixhaven cards? Or is maybe Cody printed on the bonus sheet? I don't really know. At this point, I think we can 4-mana next turn and do 2 of our 2-drops. Then we Arnyn. That lets us Wayfarer's Bauble at their end step. Like so. Do they have a red-white Stifle? Doesn't look like. Alright. Easterling Vanguard. Scheming Silvertongue. We're running this because it's a solid piker for 2 that leaves behind a 1/1. That's alright. Urza's Incubator. Interesting. Alright. We can sacrifice our Vanguard to draw 2 if we want. I think we don't want. I think we'll Arnyn and just attack. Would be nice because if this dies and Arnyn's in play, we gain 2 life. Silvertongue does its combat damage. That puts us in a position to... Oh, it's only 2 life. I thought it was 3 life that we had to have gained. Okay, they've got lightning. Alright, we're doing soldier stuff here, it looks like. Exile the top card of that player of your library and you can play it. Oh, just draw a card. Okay. Well, they've got a removal spell, it looks like. Urza's Incubator on soldiers. Sticky Fingers, okay. We've got 6 mana, so I think it's reasonable to Morbid Opportunist and then Fleshbag Marauder. Sacking our Vanguard. So we get our token, we get our card draw, we get our triggers. And, assuming we keep the Silvertongue, we will have a Sign in Blood in our exile zone, ready to cast next turn. What would you like to lose, opponent? You get to draw a card if they take the... Okay, well, never mind. Alright, we will attack in the air. Urza's Incubator is, unfortunately, an artifact, so we cannot feed it to the swarm. More grist for us there. Oh, Focus Fire to kill our Silvertongue. Alright, well, we get to do a little more life drain to them. Now, maybe this turn we want a Midgar to draw 2 cards. Maybe we turn our token into cards. That's not horrible. Right now, our token is a blocker for this Valiant Veteran, since we've got our Fleshbag Marauder and token that we can block their Menace creature together with. Looks like they might be removing Arnyn, or maybe they're just looking at our stuff. We're going to see. Morbid Opportunist is just a solid card. I always think, does it say only on your turn? Does it say non-token? I can never remember, but I think it's pretty solid. Their Requisition Raid, just to put a counter on their veteran. I guess that's what they were looking for. They were looking to see if we had any artifacts or enchantments they could also hit. They could play Cody if they want. We don't have artifact removal. We just have to try and race them. I think at this point we're not going to block. Yeah, they're not going to attack anyway, so it's fine. Shambling Ghast, that's solid. That gives us value when we sacrifice it. Beyond the other value we're getting here. Treasure. Alright, I think we play out Midgar. And we'll hold off on feeding the swarm, or maybe we just want to take away their blocker and do a bunch of damage to them. I think that seems good. We could kill Cody with it, since Cody is also a creature, of course, but I think it's fine. They're at 9. The Bitterbloom Bearer, if we played it on our last turn, starts our next turn with a flyer, but it can't attack that turn anyway. So I'm just thinking about the tempo of this current game. Like, I feel like we're sort of in the late game now, but I could be wrong. They could have a resurgence. Okay. Wait, why? Why would you do that? Okay, they get... Alright. Good game, TJ's Towers. Yeah, I guess sometimes you just, you want to throw in the towel and you just take the only game actions that you have available to you, whether or not they make sense. Sure. On to the next one. Okay, Game 6 versus Warden Adesir. Adesir? Adesir? It's a good question. Maybe some of you in the comments know if this is like a reference to someone. If so, let me know in the comments. Okay. Yeah, we could wiggle and grub, but I think we're just going to let ourselves ramp a little bit. We'll just go ahead and do it. Moseo would be pretty sweet. Okay. In fact, I think we do play Moseo. That way we get a Pesty, which is supposed to represent Renata. And we can gain a little life and maybe bring something back. Not that we have anything to bring back yet. Okay, we've got a 3/3 on the air. Well, let's double spell. Resplendent Angel is pretty dangerous for us. Enduring Tenacity with Resplendent Angel, continually dangerous. I'm not going to attack though. We're at 5, so let's play out our Blood Artist and one of our 3-drops. How about this Morbid Opportunist? That seems good. That maybe draws us a card. We will pass. It just feels like we're giving them all the time they need to build up to something. Bloodthirsty Conqueror is something to build up to. That's lose life, then you gain life. When you gain life, they lose life. So yeah, all they have to do is gain or lose any life, or have us lose life, or they gain life, and then that's it. So I guess not. I guess we're essentially done here. We got the loop. We have some triggers. Will they matter? Not that much. We can... Oh, there they go. Yeah. Good game, opponent. We will not sit through this. Good game, Warden Adesir. Alright. If you're going to do the Sanguine Bond or Exquisite Blood combo, whatever that's called, you know how it's going to turn out, so we don't really have to sit through it. Alright, Game 7 versus another black deck. We're playing against Awesome. Hello, Awesome. Doesn't feel like I don't mind this hand, but oh well, I guess we're keeping it. I meant to mulligan that. Oh well. Ooh, and they're starting off with a Mox Opal, and they've got something to play. That's not what I like to see. We will Bitter Blossom as soon as we can, I suppose, just to get a stream of creatures we can use. Okay, they don't have a turn to play either. Solid for me. What's going on, Arena? I should have priority here. Okay, I do. Cool. Don't really know what that was about, but alright. I think if we don't draw land and they play a creature, we take out their creature with our Marauder. That makes sense to me. No land, so a Cursed Marauder. And we will eat our Flyer. Oh, I guess we can't. It's a token. So at least we slow them down a little bit. If they draw a land here, then they can play Bleck again. Oh, no, I guess they can't yet. Not with Mox Opal. Comet Crawler, huh? Lifelinker and a Sack Outlet. Alright. Well, here's a Marionette Apprentice. For 2 mana that at least comes with another body. And we will attack in the air. I think if we draw land, we play Bandit's Hall first and just have some mana production. Then maybe we can Grave Pact. Bitter Blossom is giving us tokens we can lose until they remove it. But if they kill our Bitter Blossom, maybe we get out the Grave Pact in a couple of turns. Alright, we get at least... oh, I guess they get the Pests. Well, not ideal. We can kill the Comet Crawler if we're willing to lose our Marionette Apprentice, and I am not. We'll just take the damage. They gain a bunch of life, but luckily they're not in a position yet to use it for anything other than just increasing their life total. Wow, still no mana. That is a shame. Bloodghast can't block. Cult Conscript can block, just not this turn. None of these can block, huh? Well, we'll play the Conscript and hope that we can block with it next turn. Sometimes you keep a 2-lander and you are punished as hard as you can be. I think we take the 4 again, probably. Yeah. They're at 33, they've got 5 cards in hand. Alright, finally some mana. I suppose we could have played our Bloodghast last turn so we could play the Cult Conscript this turn with our 1 mana from the Bandit's Hall, but I'd rather have it as a blocker. They play their Bleck again, so that when they attack with the Comet Crawler... Nope, we got another Bloodthirsty Conqueror. Huh. Well, we don't have the other half of the combo yet. So we're going to block like this. Alright. We only have 4 mana. And I want a Tragic Slip. So I guess what we're going to do is play Arnyn and just pass. If they attack with the Conqueror, hopefully we can block with one of our fairies, let our fairy die, kill the Conqueror in response to whatever triggers they may have, or just kill it in general. Don't need that to keep coming back. Gix's command, making us sacrifice Arnyn? That's fine. Oh, and it kills everything. That's fine. Yeah, it kills all of our stuff. Arnyn is back in the command zone. We have a bunch of triggers. And we won't even let them attack with the Conqueror. They can attack with their Essence Knit Scholar, putting us at 18. That's fine with me. If they want. We've got a Mox Amber. That's at least something. We're going to play this Skullport Merchant and make ourselves a treasure. And I think we're going to just take the gamble and play this Starscape Cleric using the treasure. Pass to them. We can at least block this Scholar, so maybe that means they won't attack with it now. Draws them cards. It's if a creature died under your control this turn, so it's not quite a Morbid Opportunist, but... Deadly Cover-Up to do another board wipe. Seems good. And are they going to try and get rid of one of our cards? Looks like. They got rid of Marionette Apprentice. Okay, sounds fine. Lord Skitter. Well, we can't play Arnyn again. But we can get rid of some of the stuff in their graveyard. We can play Bloodghast as well, since Lord Skitter is legendary, so he turns on Mox Amber. Let's get rid of this Bloodthirsty Conqueror. We've committed a crime. Seems good. Alright, I am feeling better about this, even though they definitely have more mana than we do. Actually, we're at parity, mana-wise, at present. They've got Black back. Seems good. So we're just going to play it a little slowly. Give them a Grave Pact. Make another rat. Get rid of their Essence Knit Scholar. Just keep them off of having creatures in the graveyard. We will attack with our creatures that can't block anyway. They take the 3 probably, so they don't Grave Pact themselves. Or they Grave Pact themselves. Maybe they didn't read it. It's fine with me though. And we're gonna play our Cult Conscript, get it back since something died. They've got the 1 ring, so we can't mess with them this turn, which is okay. We can still exile a card from their graveyard. We'll play our Arcane Signet, and they've had enough. Good game, awesome. All right. We've yet to have a game where we get to have like a million little triggers. Sometimes that's how it goes. It's fun to see. Hopefully we'll get to see one of those today. Okay, game 8 versus Lorehold. Oh, sorry, versus Toilet Pigs. Pardon me, opponent, calling you by the name of your commander. This is an okay opener. Bloodghast on turn 2. Hopefully turn 3, Accursed Marauder, Tragic Slip. Bring back the Bloodghast. All right. They've got an Arcane Signet from Final Fantasy. Okay, that's pretty neat. We'll play out our Ghast. So Lorehold gives them Miracles. Not yet, of course, but it also lets them rummage at the start of our upkeep. Seems like it's more powerful in Commander, but I'm sure it's not bad here. Let's attack with our Ghast. Eviscerator's Insight can happen on their turn, so I think we hold up. We can Eviscerator's Insight to kill the Bloodghast, Tragic Slip, whatever they play, but we probably want to hold up Tragic Slip for their commander, now that I'm thinking about it. Then again, we've got 2 Edict creatures in our hand as well, plus a Feed the Swarm, so maybe it doesn't matter as much. Okay. Elishnorn is a worthy hit for Tragic Slim. Definitely. We don't need that. Tragic Slip, Elishnorn. Play out. Get our Blood Witch back. I think or our Blood Ghast, we've got a Blood Witch here. We'll play Arnyn and just hope for the best. We can always feed the Swarm on them on our turn, which is 5 life for us, but we can get 5 life back. Not that we need to feed the Swarm because we've got all these Edict creatures. Oh, Lorehold's got haste. Wow. It's like the old Lorehold. Okay. Well, if that's the case, Blood Witch. Attacks. Cursed Marauder. Sacrifice the Bloodghast. They lose Lorehold. And that's enough. Good game, Toilet Pigs. An interesting choice for a username. Yeah, with something as powerful as a flying hasty dragon that gives you miracles and lets you rummage so that you can get those miracles every turn, that's just gotta go fast against them. Okay, game 9 versus Sakura Somnio. Sakura Somnio. We're up against Anina, Natural Parallelist, which is an alchemy card. All right, let's look at our hand. Our hand is fine. We can Midgard turn 1, I suppose. They have a 0 mana spell? Maybe they do. Do we want a Midgard turn 1? Now that we've got this many, maybe we hold on to it. Here's a Swamp and a Wayfarer's Bauble, and we'll just pass to them. So this is, you cast a spell with X in the mana cost, conjure a random creature onto the battlefield. So they get to Momir with us, and it makes mana for those spells. That's cool. We will pass, and we'll Wayfarer's Bauble on their turn. Right, they've got a Nina. They have a Mox Amber or something? Some 0 mana Simic way to give it haste. Astral Cornucopia. Oh, X equals 0, and they get to conjure a random X equals 0 thing into play? That's cool. What do they get? Is it a Market Back Walker? Okay, well, sure, yeah. That's neat. That's pretty neat. Here's Arnyn. We'll play out our Mox Amber and our Blood Artist, so that now we have 2 creatures, and we'll see what they do. Astral Cornucopia with no counters on it. Huh. Well, they've still got 5 mana for an X spell. Let's see what they do with it. Slumbering Trudge, that's cool. And they get themselves a Bonebind Orator that they can bring back. Sure, that's neat. Alright. Yeah, we can Demon's Disciple if we want, I suppose, to kill one of their things. I don't think that's horrible. Just they get things for free is the problem. So if they lose the Bonebind Orator, which is, I think, the likeliest choice, then we can at least attack with Arnyn. Alright, we got some triggers. That's all solid. Go to combat. Arnyn. They don't block. Good. We're up by 10 life. Let's see what comes next. Awake in the Woods. Wow, that's cool. And they get a Stinging Cave Crawler. 1/3 Death Touch. Solid. Okay. Well, we're going to play Enduring Tenacity. And I think we're going to sack Enduring Tenacity, even though it's got a good body, because it will come back. drain them a little bit. Seems good. And good, we've drawn a couple of things. Did we play a land? Did we miss our land drop, basically? No, I think we played our land. We're pretty far ahead of them, in all honesty, land drop-wise, so I'm not worried about it. Next turn, we can Pitiless Plunderer and Moseo. Seems good. They've got the Trudge. And they got lots of mana. Cyclonic Rift, that'll do it. Yeah, back in our hand. We've got plenty of land in play, though. So we can at least replay Arnyn and our Mox Amber. And I guess Moseo and Blood Artist seems pretty solid. Moseo makes us a token. Blood Artist is a Blood Artist. So we did kind of rebuild, but they did get to sneak in an attack. We didn't play Midgar again. Oh well, maybe we played a Swamp. Yeah. Alright. Next turn we'll have 8 mana, so we can Enduring Tenacity and Pitiless Plunderer, maybe? That would be a solid setup for Gary the turn after, depending on whether or not they Psych Rift us again. What do you got for us, opponent? Sitting on 7 mana. 8, no, what am I saying? 9 mana. Mistcutter Hydra. It's a hasty pro-blue uncounterable creature. Sure, yeah. But it's just haste, so we can still block it. And we will. Get a couple of triggers. They spent a lot of their turn and ended up doing no damage to us in the process. I'm going to play, I know we've still got Midgar, I'm going to play Enduring Tenacity and then Gary, so we can get 7 on them twice, and that kills them? Yep, there we go. Good game, Sakura Somnio. Alright, we've done 9 games. I think we can get one more in. Let's see how this plays out. I'm having fun seeing all these Secrets of Strixhaven and Legends. Okay, it's game 10 versus Ennis, Debate Moderator. Oh, I was thinking about building this guy. Ennis is a mono-white 1/1 for 2. When it enters, it slow flickers something. Even slower, because it's under its owner's controls when it comes back. And then during their end step, you put a counter on Ennis if one or more cards were put into exile. So probably a big exile deck, which is maybe not great for us. And honestly, this hand may not be terrific, but we're going to try it. Greedy Freebooter into Braids seems really nice. We'll play the Freebooter first. We'll see if we can get Arnyn out before Braids. It's a Heir Apparent deck? Okay, this will not be our last video then, because I believe Heir Apparent decks are not that much fun. No shade to the people who enjoy them, but it feels kind of monotonous to me. But who knows, maybe they've got something different doing. Anyway, this is Opus Totono. Opus Totono. Opus Totono. Sure. Alright, we got a Heir Apparent. They make a token. They still have mana up, so we'll take our damage. Oh. That's a pretty nice little bit of ramp, but I think we need to stay on curve here. We'll play Arnyn. Next turn, we can swamp into Terminus, into Braids, and that seems okay. They are thinking about it, reading their card maybe? I was afraid we were going to get mana tithed there. Alright, Ennis is here. Ennis is going to Flicker a hair, sounds good. So they get more value out of the hair. Play another hair, make a token, get that other hair to come back, get 2 tokens. Yep. So they want to try and make us overwhelmed. So hopefully we can drain them before they're able to. No attacks here. We will sacrifice Greedy Freebooter. They're going to sacrifice one of their tokens, so we don't get anything from it, but we at least get the Freebooter. Oh, they sacrifice Ennis, so they can do the trick again, I guess. We will scry and get a treasure. Lord Skitter seems good. Let's do that. So next turn, we've got 7 mana. We can Lord Skitter and Enduring Tenacity. That seems good. Or we can Novice Occultist. I think Lord Skitter and Enduring Tenacity is probably the way to go. At this point, going tall is a good idea. Do they have a trick to hurt us here? Probably. Charge, yep, that'll do it. It wipes our board, and that's going to probably end our game for us, in all honesty. Yeah, charge, wow. Actual factual charge, huh. Dominaria 2018. We can do this, and then we get a Novice Occultist. That doesn't kill us right away. It's probably alright. Let's do that. Novice Occultist. And we pass. We're taking 8 damage, I guess, if we keep Arnyn alive but block one of the 2/2s with the Occultist. Taking 7 and then losing 1 from the Occultist trigger, which maybe gives us mana though, so that's helpful. Putting us at 7 mana, hopefully. Although, this might be like another Anthem effect right here that we're about to get killed with. Looks like they've got something. Yep. Good game, opponent. That puts us dead. Alright. Yeah. That's not our last game. That's fine. We'll try one more. Okay, it's game 11 versus Primo the Unbounded. Neat. This is something that Zimone makes, I think. What's your deal? A wolf. Twice X counters. Base power 0. You make a fractal. Interesting. Okay. I don't love this hand, but we're going to try it. Because we can Wayfarer's Bauble, crack it on turn 2, we have a little bit of mana, we can do some things. They're going to commune with beavers, find an artifact, creature, or land, and they get themselves a Darksteel Plate. That's cool. Luckily, we have Edicts in our deck, so maybe we get around that. Maybe they play their Darksteel Plate out before their commander. Okay, ooh, Cold Steel Heart actually is pretty solid too. It's slow. I guess it's really sort of the same choice here. Let's Cold Steel Heart on black. That way we can Deadly Dispute our Wayfarer's Bauble if we really want to. Cultivate, that seems good for them. I hope we draw another land. That's what I would like. But if not, a Firemancer is not terrible at this point. Okay, we've got it. Let's play out our... Let's crack our Wayfarer's Bauble, and we'll play our Priest of Forgotten Gods. A little bit more acceleration is not bad. Untapping with the Priest, playing a Firemancer sets us up to use the Priest. That's pretty good. Hopefully, they just play out their commander, we can Demon's Disciple it. Slime Against Humanity deck? Oh no. Oh no. We're in trouble. Well, we're going to play out our Wriggling Grub and Arnyn and pass the turn. Slime Against Humanity. Is it possible we can beat Slime Against Humanity? I'm not sure. We've got a Darksteel Plate. Okay. No attacks. Seems good. We can Sephiroth. Play the Raven first, since we might be Sephirothing. Or do we have Firemancer? Let's try and get the danger going. Here's Sephiroth. Eat the wriggling grub. Several triggers. Here's a Phyrexian tower. I think we just pass. We can Phyrexian tower one of the worms away, but then we're losing something that's real. Don't love that. Primo's here. All right. Primo is not a token and is now indestructible, which is fine. I think let it ride. Make themselves a fractal. It seems solid. Priest. Force them to sacrifice something. We're going to eat both of these grubs. Get a bunch of triggers. I do believe we can flip Sephiroth here. So here's a Fiomancer and Demon's Disciple. Sack the Disciple. They've got to sack something else too. That flips Sephiroth. They lose their other slime. Seems good. Triggers. Good with me. Combat in the air. And we sacrifice the priest, and that ends it. Yep. Good game, Bidwolf. All right, that worked just fine. We are 8-3. That's pretty solid. That's a good record, I suppose. So yeah, that will do it for us this time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Check out the deck list linked in the video's description, of course, if you want to play your own version of this Arnyn deck. Yeah, and I appreciate you watching. If you want to support what I do here on the channel, make sure to like and subscribe. Ring that bell if you want to be notified when my videos go live. I've got Secrets of Strixhaven decks coming out every Thursday for the next at least 5 weeks. Consider becoming a member of the channel if that's something you're into. And remember that magic is fun. You should play more Magic.